Macmillan Audio presents A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. Read for you by Michael Kramer and Kate Redding.
Pure magic has no self. It simply is, a force of nature, the blood of our world, the marrow of our bones. We give it shape, but we must never give it soul. Master Tyrrell, head priest of the London Sanctuary. 1. World in Ruin. 1. Delilah Bard, always a thief, recently a magician, and one day, hopefully, a pirate, was running as fast as she could. "Hold on, Cal," she thought, as she sprinted through the streets of Red London, still clutching the shard of stone that had once been part of Astrid Dane's mouth. A token stolen in another life, when magic and the idea of multiple worlds were new to her, when she had only just discovered that people could be possessed, or bound like rope, or turned to stone. Fireworks thundered in the distance, met by cheers and chants and music, all the sounds of a city celebrating the end of the Essentash, the tournament of magic, a city oblivious to the horror happening at its heart. And back at the palace, the Prince of Arns, Rye, was dying, which meant that somewhere, a world away, so was Kell. Kell. The name rang through her with all the force of an order, a plea. Lila reached the road she was looking for and staggered to a stop, knife already out, blade pressing to the flesh of her hand. Her heart pounded as she turned her back on the chaos and pressed her bleeding palm, and the stone still curled within it, to the nearest wall. Twice before, Lila had made this journey, but always as a passenger, always using Kell's magic, never her own, and never alone. But there was no time to think, no time to be afraid, and certainly no time to wait. Chest heaving and pulse high, Lila swallowed and said the words, as boldly as she could, words that belonged only on the lips of a blood magician, an Antari, like Holland, like Kell. Astravars! The magic sang up her arm and through her chest, and then the city lurched around her, gravity twisting as the world gave way. Lila thought it would be easy, or, at least, simple. Something you either survived or did not. She was wrong.
2. A world away, Holland was drowning. He fought to the surface of his own mind, only to be forced back down into the dark water by a will as strong as iron. He fought and clawed and gasped for air, strength leaching out with every violent thrash, every desperate struggle. It was worse than dying, because dying gave way to death, and this did not. There was no light, no air, no strength. It had all been taken, severed, leaving only darkness and, somewhere beyond the crush, a voice shouting his name. Kell's voice. Too far away. Holland's grip faltered, slipped, and he was sinking again. All he had ever wanted was to bring the magic back, to see his world spared from its slow, inexorable death, a death caused first by the fear of another London, and then by the fear of his own. All Holland wanted was to see his world restored, revived. He knew the legends, the dreams of a magician powerful enough to do it, strong enough to breathe air back into its starved lungs, to quicken its dying heart. For as long as Holland could remember, that was all he'd wanted.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?